I wake up before the alarm. The room is still dark. The ceiling fan makes a soft, tired sound. For a moment, I lie in my bed and try to remember a time when waking up did not hurt. Then I hear a small voice. "Mom, water!" My son's voice comes from the old pull-out couch on the other side of the room. I sit up, my back stiff, and reach for the plastic cup on the crate we use as a nightstand. "Here, Josh," I whisper. He drinks with his eyes closed, then turns over and sleeps again. He's 8 years old. When he sleeps, he still looks like a baby. I turn my head to the corner near the window. My daughter Lily is curled up on a thin mattress on the floor, her headphones still in her ears. She is 15 and likes to say she is not a kid anymore. But sometimes, when she is angry or sad, she bites her lip like she did when she was 3. My name is Emily. I am 36 years old. I live in a small one-bedroom apartment in Ohio. I am a single mom. The word single still feels heavy in my mouth. My husband left 3 years ago. One Saturday morning, he said, "I can't do this anymore." And then he was gone. No long talk, no big fight, just a slammed door and silence. He left a note on the kitchen table. "I need to figure out my life." Sometimes I want to tell him, "You didn't only walk away from your life, you walked away from ours." I stand up slowly. My feet hurt from yesterday's work. But there is no time to think too much. I have 2 jobs, 2 kids, 1 old car, 1 small apartment, and too many bills. I wash my face with cold water in the tiny bathroom and look at myself in the mirror. Tired eyes, dark circles, a few gray hairs near my forehead, a small line between my eyebrows that was not there when I got married. "Good morning, Emily," I say to my reflection. Time to be strong again. The smell of cheap coffee fills our little kitchen area. The fridge hums loudly. I put 3 cups on the table, 1 big, 2 smaller. 3 bowls, 3 spoons. "Wake up!" I call. "We're going to be late!" Lily groans and pulls the blanket over her head. "5 more minutes, Mom." "You said that yesterday," I answer. "The school called me last week. You've been late 3 times. She sits up, hair messy, eyes half closed. "I hate school," she says. "No, you hate mornings," I reply, and pour her coffee with more milk than coffee. Josh wakes up faster. He always wakes up hungry. "Mom, can I have 2 waffles today?" he asks, rubbing his eyes. "Eat one first," I say. "Then we'll see." The freezer waffles are from the dollar store. I toast them until they are almost burned, so they feel crisp. I spread a thin layer of peanut butter. Peanut butter is cheap and fills you up. I think about prices the way other people think about the weather. There is a folded paper under Lily's bowl. I put it there last night. It's a school form. "Did you read this?" I ask. Her eyes become sharp. "Yeah," she says, "and I threw it away," she answers, looking down at her coffee. "A girl from your art class sent me a picture of it," I say softly. "Her mom texted it to me. She said, 'You forgot your copy.'" Lily's cheeks turn red. "It doesn't matter," she says. "I'm not going." I take the printed form from my pocket and smooth it on the table. It is about a school art camp. 4 days at the community college across town. Workshops, a museum visit, real artists teaching the students. Lily loves to draw. She draws in her notebooks, on paper napkins, on the back of old bills. The fee is written in big, dark numbers. $380. When I first saw that number on my phone, my heart went down into my stomach. "I know why you didn't give this to me," I say quietly. "You think I will say no, right?" She doesn't answer, but her eyes shine with angry tears. "Mom, We can't even pay the power bill on time, she says. The landlord wants the rent on the 1st. Josh needs new sneakers, and you want to talk about some camp? Her words hurt because they're true. In the mornings, I clean offices in a building near downtown. In the afternoons and evenings, I work as a cashier at a big grocery store. I count other people's money all day, but there is never enough of my own. I just wanted to talk, I say. My voice feels small. Josh looks from me to his sister, worried. What camp? He asks. Nothing, Lily says quickly. It's for high school kids. I see the hurt in his eyes when she says that. In this family, someone is always too old or too young for something. Finish your breakfast, I say. We'll all be late. On the way to the office building, I sit in my old car and hold the form in my hand. My fingers press the paper until it gets soft at the edges. At a red light, I see a woman in the car next to me. She is talking on her phone, smiling. Yes, it's like $300, she says. But it's the museum in Chicago. Of course we're sending her. These things look good on college apps. $300. For her, it is, of course. For me, it is rent or gas or groceries for most of the month. My chest feels tight. I turn up the heater and look at the gray winter sky. Bare trees, old houses with peeling paint, kids walking to the bus stop in big coats. I think about Lily. She was so quiet after her dad left. For months, she hardly talked. Then one day, she brought home a drawing from school. It was a tree with no leaves and a bright orange sky behind it. My art teacher said it's really good, she told me, almost shyly. Since then, she fills page after page with drawings. Faces, streets, hands, eyes. Sometimes she draws me when she thinks I am not looking. I know this camp is special for her. My friend Maria meets me at the building entrance. She also cleans here. She is older than me and laughs a lot even when her back hurts. Why the long face? She asks. Car breakdown again? I give her the form. She reads it and makes a small sound. She says. School trip's always so much money. I wish I could send her, I say, but I can't. I feel like a bad mom. Maria looks at me like I just said something crazy. Don't say that, she says. You are working 2 jobs. You're doing this alone. You are the opposite of a bad mom. Maybe, I say, but try telling that to a 15-year-old girl. We scrub toilets and empty trash cans. Office workers walk past us talking about meetings and vacation plans. They almost never look at us. Sometimes I feel invisible, like a moving piece of the wall. At our short break, Maria opens her lunchbox. You know, she says between bites of a sandwich, my grandson's school has something like, what is the word, a scholarship? Money that helps kids go on trips if their parents can't pay. A scholarship for a camp? I ask. Why not? She shrugs. Maybe Lily's school has something too. You should ask. I don't think so, I say. I feel my face get hot. I don't like to show our money problems to people. How will you know if you don't ask? Maria says. What is the worst thing that can happen? They say no. Then you are in the same place as now. Her words stay in my mind when I drive to my second job at the grocery store. They are still there when I smile at customers and say, Hi, how are you? And, do you have your rewards card? 20, 30, 50 times. By 9, my feet are burning. My head aches from the bright lights and the beeping of the scanners, but my mind is still busy. Ask. Try. When my shift ends, I sit on a plastic chair in the break room and take out my old phone. My hands shake a little. I open the school website and find Lily's art teacher's email. There's also a phone number. I stare at the screen, my thumb heavy. Then I press call. Hello? A woman answers. Hi, Miss Carter. This is Emily Brooks. I'm Lily's mom from 10th grade art. Oh, hi, Miss Brooks, she says kindly. Lily is very talented. What can I do for you? I take a deep breath. Lily showed me the art camp form, I say. She really wants to go, but the money is a problem for us. I wanted to ask if there is any way to, pay in parts, or if the school has any help for families like us. There is a short silence. I almost say, sorry, forget it. But then she speaks. I'm glad you called, Miss Carter says. We actually do have a small scholarship fund for art students. It's not on the form, but it's there. I can't promise the full amount, but I can talk to the principal. Maybe we can cover half? Half. The word feels like fresh air in my lungs. Thank you, I say. My voice shakes. Thank you for even thinking about it. I want Lily there. She works hard. I'll email you tomorrow, okay? And please don't feel bad about asking. That's why we have the fund, Miss Carter says. When I end the call, I sit with the phone in my hand and close my eyes. For the first time in many days, I feel a small light inside me. At home, the kids are already in the apartment. The living room and bedroom are really the same room. Lily sits at the old coffee table, books open, one earbud in. Josh is on the floor with his toy cars. The room smells like boxed mac and cheese. My neighbor, Mrs. Green, must have given them dinner again. She knows some nights I come home late. Sorry I'm late, I say, kicking off my shoes. How was your day? Fine, Lily says without looking up, but her shoulders are stiff. Josh runs to me and hugs my waist. Mom, my teacher said you have to come to school next Thursday, he says. Career day. You have to talk about your job. I had almost forgotten about that paper in his backpack. I'll be there, I say. We'll figure it out. I drop my bag on the one empty chair and sit at the table. Can we talk for a minute? I ask. Lily pulls out her earbud. About what? About the camp? I say. Her face closes like a door. I told you, she says. Forget it. I'm not a kid. I know we don't have money. The words hit me hard. Something breaks open in my chest. Sit down, I say quietly. Both of you. They look surprised. I don't usually talk like this. Josh climbs up on the couch. Lily sits across from me, arms crossed tight. I pull an old shoebox from under the table. It holds my money and my important papers. I dump everything out on the table. My pay stubs, the rent notice, the electric bill, a few crumpled dollar bills. This is our life, I say. Right here. This money, these papers. Lily frowns. Mom, what are you doing? I'm tired of pretending everything is okay all the time, I say. My eyes fill with tears, but I keep going. I don't want you to feel guilty for wanting things. And I also don't want to lie and say yes when I have to say no. I push the bills toward them. Look, I say, every month I get this much money. Then I pay rent, electric, phone, gas for the car, food, your school lunches, sometimes medicine, sometimes clothes. After that, there isn't much left. Some months, there is nothing left. They look at the papers, then at me. Josh's face is too serious. 8-year-olds should not think about late fees for the camp. I say the fee is too high for me alone, but today I talked to Miss Carter. She said the school can help with half of it if we can pay the other half. Lily's mouth opens a little. You You called her? She whispers. Yes, I say. I felt ashamed at first. I hate asking for help. But then I thought of you, of your drawings, of the way you hide things because you think you don't deserve them. Now the tears roll down her cheeks. Mom, I threw the paper away because I didn't want to make you feel bad, she says. It hurts when other girls talk about trips and camps, and I know I can't go. But it hurts more when I see you so tired all the time. I reach across the table and take her hand. It is not your job to protect me from sadness, I say. I'm the mom. Let me worry about the big things. You just have to be honest with me. Tell me what you want. We'll decide together. Josh sniffs and wipes his nose on his sleeve. Can Lily still go? He asks. If we all work together? Yes, I say. I can try to pick up one more shift on Sunday. Lily, maybe you can babysit for Mrs. Green's little boy. She told me last week she was looking for someone. She said she would pay. I can do that, Lily says quickly. That's easy. And you, mister, I say, turning to Josh. No new video games for a while, and we're going to try to fix your sneakers instead of buying new ones this month. Is that okay? He nods, but his face falls. I don't care about games, he says in a small voice. I just want you home more. The words cut deeper than any bill. Tears finally fall from my eyes. I don't hide them. I know, I whisper. I want that too. But if I don't work, we won't have this apartment. We won't have food. I am trying, Josh. I am trying my best. They both move at the same time. 2 warm bodies press against me. 4 arms wrap around my shoulders. We sit there, all 3 together, in our small, messy room, our tears and breaths mixed. In that moment, I feel very weak and very strong at the same time. 6 weeks later, Lily's painting hangs in the school hallway. It is a picture of a woman's hands. One hand is wiping a table. The other is holding a small kid's hand. You can't see the woman's face, but I know it is me. She wins first prize at the art camp. When she shows me the certificate, her eyes shine in a way I have not seen in a long time. They said I have real talent, she tells me. They told me I should keep drawing, maybe even go to art school someday. You do have real talent, I say. And you have my stubbornness. Dangerous mix. We laugh. This time, there is more light than pain in the sound. Josh does not get new sneakers yet, but he joins a free soccer program at the park. A college student from our street coaches the little kids on Saturdays. Mom, look! He shouts one evening, running up the stairs, hair wet with sweat. I scored a goal today, a real one! He kicks an invisible ball in the air and almost falls. I catch him and pull him into a hug. That's my champ, I say into his hair. At night, when they are both asleep, I sit at the wobbly table with my cup of cheap tea. The room is quiet. The traffic outside is a soft hum. The bills are still here. The money is still tight. But something is different now. We're not just 3 tired people in one small apartment anymore. We are a team. We share the truth. We share the weight. I think of my ex-husband then, somewhere out there, still figuring out his life. I look at my 2 sleeping kids and feel something grow in my chest. It is not anger this time. It is pride. I found myself too, I whisper into the dark room. Right here, between school forms and late bills and cold coffee. I found myself in these 3 cups on this table. I am still tired. I am still scared many days. but I am also standing. I am Emily. I am a single mother. This is not a perfect story, but it is ours, and we are still writing it together.